You know you're going to condition me to never say things.
That's when we'll change things up.
I know. Well, if it isn't some of my favorite human-shaped people. What is going on?
Well, to answer this question, it's winter. I was wearing a knit cap, and then I was like, I have better hats than that. I may take the goggles off because sometimes I feel it, but this is one of my favorite hats. It's real leather, pilot's cap. It's super warm, super comfortable.
Ooh. I got one of them aviator caps, but it's pleather and it's already started to shed.
Yeah. That, well, not, who am I kidding? To brag, this goes with the bomber jacket I have.
Oh, well.
Also leather and shearling. A friend of mine was gifted them and from relative, and they were never they didn't like how it looked on them. They just never really cared for it. So they were like, "Do you want it?" And I'm like, I don't think anyone has ever asked me if I wanted something and I've said no. I'm
No, it's hard.
Yeah, I'm kind of a goblin raccoon kind of
Yeah.
human in quotation marks.
Like I said, human-shaped person.
I don't even know if I'm human shaped. I don't know. It feels like my elbows have been jutting out at strange angles at night.
Well, you gotta have a tell. That's the rule. I don't make up the rules arbitrarily off the top of my head.
I haven't been able to figure out what I am.
Well,
so I don't know how I can provide a clue.
That's fair. That's fair. We could break it down.
Motorcycle jacket? Hell
yeah.
Ooh,
Nice.
Honestly, I do. I've always wanted a motorcycle jacket. Everyone has always wanted a motorcycle jacket. It's pretty much as cool as a jacket can get.
I mean, I hunted far and wide to get one and find one that fit and looked decent. I put that bastard on. It was so hot. It was so hot. I don't know how the punk predecessors of my generation could handle wearing those jackets all the time.
Well, there is a tendency to like get the sleeves off and get a little more aeration with the punk versions. That helps. Also, like that warmthness is the exact reason they're great for motorcycles.
Yeah. You guys, I'm loving the chat. It's cubby shaped. You are correct. Technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Also, I did not know it was a maroon faux suede motorcycle jacket. That is so cool. I understand the distinction. Faux suede doesn't have quite the same protective properties as leather does. That's the other reason they're so thick and bulky and whatnot. But they're so cool. Also, I kind of want to do like, I have a sketch in my costume book about like doing a biker look that's also kind of a Ren Fair look with like jeans that close up at my knees.
Okay. Yeah.
And then like I guess like an older style shirt and then like a club jacket that has something ridiculous and like switch dagger. I haven't thought about it in a while and it just came to mind. I guess I could.
What is that movie? What was that movie? Motorcycle Nights? What was that movie, Cubby? Come on, help me out.
I mean, the movie that cemented the motorcycle jacket as a fashion icon was On the Waterfront.
And I'm talking about the movie where it was like a post-apocalyptic future, and the people rode motorcycles instead of horses and did jousting, and they were knights. And
I haven't seen that one.
what is that movie? Help me out, internet. Help me, Google internet. You're my only hope.
Well, not Google.
Yeah.
But internet.
I gotta spell knights right.
You ain't got to do nothing you don't want to do.
It was literally called Knight Riders, and it was done in 1981. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I just saw a sketch. On social media a few weeks ago, I saw somebody made a crossbody bag that was shaped like an albatross. And I'm like, that's so good. And then I'm like, honestly, the only thing I could wish for is that it's disturbingly realistic. So potential project sometime. I wanted to look like a freshly killed bird and keep things in it.
I like where you're going with this.
Oh, I even have a little sketch here that one of its claws will hold a disposable, like a Bic lighter.
Oh, that's perfect.
And there'll be a retractable cord halfway on the claw
all
break.
up in there. Yeah, exactly. Like a little.
So you can use the lighter and it just snaps back to its.
Which, if you use
punishment.
Lighters regularly, that's a very key component, because lighters aren't never owned. They're just temporarily held.
Hells yeah.
Hells to the yeah.
I mean, and also that means I don't need to worry about doing it. It's out there in the world, and that's what matters.
All right. Where's the button?
That sounds super adorable, but I'm going for more like unsettling. It'd be great. Like, I don't know what's more, frightening to see, like an extended Rime of the Mariner reference or just the goriness of it. Mab, I think you might have frozen. Oh,
Nope.
no.
I was looking at a thing.
Oh, you were so still.
I was reading and it was not making sense. Oh, hello. I am trying to scan my ACEOs because somebody suggested it last week. And I am not good at that task.
What task?
Scanning.
Oh, right.
Haven't
We
used
talked about
this
that.
machine. I don't know. I haven't used this machine to scan before, so this is going to be a little learning curve for me. Yeah. What do we got here? Okay.
Sketching's a great choice then. Lets us still see the outfit.
What is that? There's no USB thing, and it says it needs a USB.
That's not good.
No, I mean, there's literally no plug, and I don't know. All right. Well, let's see what happens when I push the button.
We didn't fall through the floor.
It's gotta go somewhere. Boop. All right, let's see. Boop.
So, we don't have a Shoshi today.
I didn't notice that. No, I totally didn't, and it was causing me distress. What did you do to Shoshi?
I didn't do anything to Shoshi. It's what Shoshi did to herself, which is get cast in a short film. So she's out being a Hollywood celebrity.
Well. I will not be able to scan today. Thank you very much. That's a bummer. Congratulations on her.
Well, we are very happy for her, even if we miss her.
I don't know how I'm going to fill the void without her. Can you tell me about colors, Cubby?
I know the primaries and the secondaries. The primary colors are red, blue, and green. And the secondaries are cyan, magenta, and amber.
Is that secondary or is that the second primary?
No, it's the secondary. Red and green make amber. Green and blue make cyan. And green and red and blue make magenta. If you pour the lights together.
Right. You are correct. Oh, I do have a thing I want to show.
I said I knew it.
And that you do, heck, Cubby. Remember the thing about the scanner? We have Sir David Percival is on. I think I saw their name. So I took the SRT file, STL, whatever the name of the file is, to my library and submitted it for a 3D print, and I was able to pick it up yesterday. So I am not a 3D printer person, so this leaves me with some like, okay, what do I do now? Vibes. It's got stuff on there that's not supposed to be on there. Okay, it printed out pretty nice, I think. Yeah. I think it's supposed to look like that. That's like the one part. And then it's got this little, I think this is the screen, and it's got this, I guess it's like a stability thing on the thing. Oh, I don't see Sir David Percival online anymore.
Oh.
I don't know what I'm doing. Should I wait to show this until we have more of our 3D printing friends online?
That might be a good call because I am very stupid. Also about 3D printing. But I do know about colors. So that is an interesting thing. You basically, any monochromatic, highly saturated color, eventually your eyes will adjust to it and you'll start kind of seeing it in black and white, but not quite, because there will be light bleed. And it also means that when you look at anything else, it will be violently magenta.
Oh, yeah.
I have been to plays that have used this effect, and honestly, if you're a lighting designer that really wants to create a black and white look, don't work in theater. Work in film, because that's what you're thinking in. You're thinking in film. I got so many headaches. Also, it was like the worst version of Macbeth I've ever seen in my life, and it starred a old professor of mine who was just a complete piece of crap. So, like, I'm watching and I'm like, this hurts my eyes. This hurts my heart. This hurts my head. I am in pain because of this terrible production.
Oof.
Also, it was at the Folger, so the seats not comfortable.
At the old Folger or at the new? No, you're right. The Folger is the Shakespeare Theater reconstructed building.
Well,
the library.
Black Swan. Because we don't have any extant plans for the Globe.
Correct.
But yes, the finest collection of Shakespearean manuscripts on the continent, one of the finest in the world, also has one of the absolutely most beautiful buildings of theaters in Washington, D.C.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
Which I also got to say, it is fun working lights at the Folger because they keep all of the lighting equipment above the stage in like an attic thing. So the first thing you have to do is open the trap door that is above the stage and like rope down the equipment so that people can like go up ladders and put it where it needs to be. It's super fun. It's honestly, if you ever get a chance to work a light call at the Folger, it is worth it just to see that room.
I would like to tell you a story. As a scenic artist for many years of my life, I have painted a Helen Hayes Award-winning set in that space.
Ooh.
I've painted more than one set there. And the thing is, when you do the floors, when you paint the floors, you have to do it overnight. Okay, because it takes time and it's layers and you got to let things dry between. And the actors obviously need the space to do the work. So they lock me into the theater overnight. That place is hella spooky. Wow. And yeah, while I'm waiting for things to dry, I walk all around and explore every square inch of that space.
That sounds so incredible.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it kind of was. Honestly, it made me not want to think about Macbeth for a real long time, which is fine because, like, I liked it when I was in middle school. It's got some great moments, but it can be a bit of a slog. There.
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
But I've always preferred the comedies like Romeo and Juliet.
They were just talking about that.
Look, here? Because that might have been Shoshi. I know that's been on her mind a lot.
No, I'm actually talking about on the internet.
Ooh. But my favorite fact is that it is a comedy until it's not.
Right?
Yeah, it's a beautiful genre game. It gets I'm gonna tell you, if you know a little bit about the Commedia dell'arte, it's even more so. It's got a lot of stock commedia, which would have been like the major comic tropes of the day.
I do like it.
I'm sipping on my cup like I just said something scandalous, but no, I just love coffee.
I am not awake. I lied. I was on time, but I'm not awake.
You never said you were awake, did you?
No.
Well, then you never lied.
Yeah, that's true.
Being physically present doesn't mean you're mentally present, and I respect that.
Can I show you another thing?
Please do.
It's not perfect. It's still in prototype form. I'm working on a
I love seeing your prototypes. Like saying it's not perfect, you're still figuring it out is like, it only makes me more excited.
I'm working on a proscenium for Matchbox crankies. And when I get it to fit, see, I didn't get the notches. The notches are dependent on the thickness of wood, these guys. And they are not the same thickness as my wood. I mismeasured the wood, and so it's not sealing. It's not going in all the way. But when I get this proscenium shape done, I will like engrave cute little picture frames, like, you know, like make it look like a little stage, like a little curtains or, you know, columns, and then, you know, like have like the thrust, proscenium thrust, and the, you know, and I'll change the shape of this, but this is just a placeholder just to see if I can do it.
You know what would be like kind of amazing on that?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the Edward Gorey set design for Dracula?
I think I have, but now that you're asking me to recall it, the answer is maybe.
I mean, it's one of my favorite sets I've ever seen photos of, because it's just an Edward Gorey illustration like brought to life. And they're like, you can get little model stage versions of it. There is an Edward Gorey set for Dracula, and you can get a little box and make your own, and it's got the different acts and little paper actors. And if it was something like you could crank from scene to scene on like that, it would be so cute.
Is there any copyright thing I would need to worry about?
Technically copywritten. I don't think Gorey Estate is very litigious.
Here's another issue, and this is why I prototype things, is the crank can't turn with the proscenium. So I need to come up with an alternative. Now I found, and I closed the window. This is modeled after, let me see if I can find the image. There's an old design that I am very pleased at how many of my images show up when I Google Matchbox Cranky. All right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. This is an old design. Let's see if I can share this picture. Where's the button to share? I would like to share a screen, please. That one.
I'll make you smaller while you're thinking, because it helps.
I got it.
VLF, I can only apologize for not telling you about it sooner.
It's not a great picture. It's
ooh.
You see how it's got like these little wheels here, and it goes around a central thing, and it goes there, and it's got a little crank there.
That's such a great solution for like using a box without having to like precision cut holes.
I guess, yeah.
Oh yeah, undercranks could work as well.
Well, yeah.
You have a handle on both ends of the stick.
I have one up and one down. I don't have handles on both ends of the stick.
Oh, okay.
But maybe the other thought I had was to use just the plain sticks that I sometimes use without the crank. But I want to, this doesn't look reliable. This doesn't look like it would consistently spin.
No, and also it looks, there's a bunch of stuff in the middle there, and with the translucent nature of that, I'm certain there's a
I
light.
think that's for a candle.
Yeah. Well, I just meant there's got to be some kind of light that goes there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which is
I get you what you
another complication you don't have to work around.
mean. Right. Yeah. Pretty interesting.
I actually have a Edward Gorey Dracula toy theater somewhere. I got it for Christmas when I was a child, and I never put it together, but I wasn't gonna get rid of that.
All right, I'll take it off your hands. I'll hold on to it for you.
I mean, if you want, I have no idea where it is right now because
You've moved many times.
It was not a priority when I was packing. I wasn't like, yes, finally, I have my own place. I can put together my Edward Gorey Dracula toy theater. Although I actually do have space now for it.
How big is it?
Fairly large. Like, you know,
Wow.
like standard toy theater size. Aren't we all very familiar with the Victorian
I kind of know
toy
exactly
theaters?
what size you're talking about, which is funny.
I kind of felt like everyone watching would have a pretty good idea. Really, just because you and everyone watching is super cool.
And we're all like a waif Victorian street urchin.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Right.
Super cool.
It again. Yes, it again. All right. The other thing I finished this week prototyping, and it just needs one minor tweak, well, maybe two, is sticker skins for the
I
Cranky.
saw your, I forget what media I saw it on, but I saw your post on that prototype.
Pretty freaking cool. It brings me no end to delight. So now I've got all these so the facade, the proscenium facade, that's a later thing. It's not part of the original Matchbox Cranky kit. So now I'm at the point with this thing that I have to update the zine with updated instructions.
Ooh.
And I have this thing, and it's now getting really busy. And it's like really complicated. And I might have to share one of the pages and have people give me feedback. It's too busy. You know, we talked about rewriting these with where I don't glue the knob on the stick. And that's kind of what started this whole thing, was the change of the crank. So it's like I've added this section here. It says you have 3 crank options. Leave as plain sticks. This is an easy and ready to roll option. B, glue the included wooden beads to the ends. C, use the 2-hole piece to make a crank. And then I have directions on how to use the 2-hole piece. Put a little bit of glue on the end of a scroll stick and put the end through one of the holes. Put the little bit of glue on one of the short sticks and put it through the other hole, pointing in the opposite direction. Let it dry and you made a crank. It's like, why is it so fucking complicated? Pardon my language. Like, how much explaining do I need to do to tell people to do this?
I mean, that's one of the great mysteries of product design is how much can you trust the end consumer? There are absolutely people who don't even need the instructions, and there are absolutely people who need the instructions to
Who will glue
detail that
both
gravity makes things fall.
they'll glue both long sticks in one thing and both short sticks in the other. Maybe a bunch like, and I only have so much space on this thing. Like, I don't want to use like a million words. Oh, maybe if I just do it with pictures.
All IKEA style?
Yeah.
You could make a little weird pointy nose person, but it's Mab. It's got cool glasses and cool hair.
Actually, there doesn't even need to be a person. Oh.
See, here's the thing, VLF. Inherently, something like cool is subjective, and clearly your notion of cool is wrong because you are. And this argument isn't it just because the world is so completely filled with awesome stuff.
And the cool thing is not one person needs to know everything. It's because we have a cool collective that we can share this knowledge. And that way the responsibility of knowing everything is not on one person, which would not be cool.
Did you ever see the XKCD comic on that?
Please, person who has that information, and so I don't have to, tell me more.
Well, it's real straightforward. It does some simple math, seeming like if there's something everyone knows, then that means like you run the numbers. It's something like 100,000 people a day learn that thing that everyone knows.
I love
which
this.
means every time you're telling someone about something and they don't know about it, it isn't like, oh, I can't believe you didn't know about it. It's like, you get to learn about this today. This is the day you get to learn about it, and I get to tell you about it. Like, that's one of the best feelings ever. Like, and it's right there, and I needed it pointed out. Because it's easy to be like, oh, Pasha, you don't know about that? Which is boring when you could be like, okay, sit down. I'm going to change your brain because this fact is big. Yes, 10,000, the lucky. And then they have the little comic, which is somebody who doesn't know about the Yellowstone supervolcano. And they're going like, what? What does that mean? And he goes, it means you're one of today's lucky 10,000.
That's brilliant, and I do love this.
Because also, have you ever gotten to tell someone about the Yellowstone supervolcano?
Yeah, I have. It's kind of awesome.
Seeing that,
I remember exactly where I was.
That look of fear and awe they get in their heads when they realize that how incredibly unstable life on this planet always has been.
You know, I was a little disappointed that they were not as overwhelmed and in awe as I was by the fact. And I feel that I let them down with the deployment of the information. But then I kind of came to terms with it's too big to wrap your brain around at once.
Some thoughts take some getting used to.
Yeah.
The fact that half of our nation is under a volcano that could explode literally any minute. The vastness of it is very, very difficult. I want to say grok because I used to love that word.
You don't love that word anymore?
I mean, it feels sullied through some contemporaneous usage. You know what? I just need to remind myself.
I see what you mean. Yeah, no, it took me a second to process what you were referring to, but you're right.
But here's the thing. Robert Heinlein, not the best dude.
Product of his time.
In college, I had a friend who was a big Heinlein fan. which is, I had never met anyone who had read something beyond Stranger in a Strange Land, which it turns out is a very atypical work for him. And
Oh,
I was at
really?
a library sale and they had one of his old chapter book adventure books about Nazis on the moon, and I got it for him. I just needed to know there was a book about Nazis on the moon. I think I might have read it. It was a very quick read.
Did they make a movie out of it?
No, that's Iron Sky was not based on anything that came before. Actually, I think it's the Iron Sky trilogy.
Yeah. There's dinosaurs involved too.
Well, duh. I mean, it's no Kung Fury. Wait, have you not heard of Kung Fury?
Why does that sound familiar? And I cannot recall it immediately.
If you look up some images, it might trigger it. It's a 30-minute film that's just about a cop doing his job. And over the course of it, he has to do some light time travel. Goes to the age of Vikings, which with full of laser raptors and guns, and finally catches up with his target, Hitler, who is calling himself the Kung Führer. And you might be like, oh, well, that sounds great, but it's probably going to be super disappointing when the credits roll, because there's no way there's a super awesome ending theme song. Ending theme song by David Hasselhoff.
By the Hoff?
The Hoff.
Oh.
The Hoff takes us home.
Wow. Wow. I would like to share my David Hasselhoff brag.
I want to hear it first. I want to say, like, I think it's telling that in my life, I've only met one person who was a fan of non-Stranger in a Strange Land Heinlein. So it's not for everyone.
Didn't he also write Starship Troopers?
Oh yeah, that's a very different creature.
Yeah.
Actually, I liked it because I like comic books and tech things, and the whole book is about the super suits they're wearing. Like,
yeah, and how they're detached from the killings that they do.
But also, like, a lot of great choices were made when that movie was made, but the best one was to just skip the super suits altogether.
Which was the whole point.
There's no way to do it visually how he does it in text, and you're like, how would you do this? Is like so nitty gritty, like operating, and like how you walking is almost impossible, so you mostly jump, and it's interesting and it's fun to think of, but I'm like, this is not visual. And when I saw the movie, I was all like, oh, how are they going to do the suits? How are they going to do the suits? Oh, they got rid. Good choice.
There's an inquiry.
NSP? I have not.
I'm going to guess what NSP stands for. Nazi Space Program. No spumante provided. Ninja Sex Party. I've heard of this one. I was way off. Are you Googling it now?
I
Are
am,
you just
and I'm not. No. It is too broad of a term for
That's
a quick
fair.
Google, it seems.
That's fair. Is it a movie?
That.
Oh, it's a band. Very nice.
Well, I'm gonna have to check that out later.
Intriguing.
Although randomly, I thought of the movie The FP the other day. Have you ever seen that?
FP?
The FP?
What is that the name of the movie?
Yeah, it's a weird name, but it's
Is it spelled EFPEE?
initials.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's kind of it's like, one of those stories where a young child finds an alien that ended up crashing near their home, only the alien is a psychotic warlord dictator and the kid is nuts.
Explain nuts.
But she's just a little bit crazy and really enjoys having a murderous dictator alien under her control.
Now, is it a cute alien or like a grotesque, slimy alien?
It's not super slimy, but it's not cute. It's more okay. You're like, yeah, that's an alien who'll kill me kind of look.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why friendship is awesome.
Again, we share the collective knowledge.
And brain cell.
I am frustrated because the one thing that I wanted to do during the show today, I cannot. So now I'm trying to go through my list of things that I needed to do and see if there's anything else that I can do during the show that's not obnoxious.
Hip, hip. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Oh. What are you working on, Cubby?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. It's a little weird, but just this morning, a friend of mine texted that his boat tour company is up for one of those city's best kind of dealies.
You said boat port?
Boat tour.
Oh, boat tour.
Yeah. So, like, every once in a while, if somebody books it, this friend of mine hires me to dress up like a pirate and talk about Philly history on a boat, which is great. But what's even greater is because a lot of tourists aren't necessarily good people. There's no indication that this tour is 90% about the Black history of Philadelphia.
Nice.
And so it is either a delightful surprise to a person who is not a POS or a terrible afternoon to someone who is, which is just delightful. And it is by design. And also, like, he got somebody called Black History Maven who blogs in the area to, like, do the research and do it. So I did boat tours with them and it was super cool. So if people wouldn't mind going to this website, throwing a couple of votes my friend's way, it will help his business under things to do. Boat cruise. And the company's name is SV First Light. I'll just...
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to write things to do, arrow to boat cruise, arrow to SV First Light. His boat's named after the legend of Raven. Raven bringing the light to the world, which explains how the beautiful raven got black feathers and a squeaky voice, all from
yay.
carrying
The
a fire
sun.
to save the rest of the world.
I love that story. That's a Native American story, isn't it?
Yep. And they've got a very cool logo
Yeah.
of like the raven on the prow. So thank you for letting me shamelessly plug a friend of mine.
If I believe we should support each other. Oh. Okay. I am learning things about 3D printing. It's supposed to pop out.
Oh.
I thought I broke it, but I think this is supposed to pop out.
Oh, are you trying to like separate it from the supports that allowed it to build?
I think that's a thing that it's supposed to do.
Yeah, I've seen like people doing that. It always looks very scary.
All right, let's see here. Okay, and it looks like there's like little filled in spots there that I need to clear out. All right. I don't know where all the little pieces went. Boop. Let me get I think I need like an additional tool.
I was going to say something about the Philly waterfront being a pretty cool area, but I've just happened to have gotten hired in that area a whole lot, so I think I'm a little biased. But it's also right next to Old City, so that whole area is really quite nice.
Nice.
Ooh. I never realized how sensitive my head was to band pressure, but I really can't wear goggles for very long. Or at least wear them up. If they're at my eyes, it's not so bad.
I am noticing recently, and I'm very sad about this, my glasses feel like they weigh 1,000,000 pounds.
Ooh.
I am one of those lucky headache winners.
So lucky.
I get headaches more often than I would like. And unfortunately, so I started wearing my my tiny frameless round ones. I think you have a pair similar. I've seen you wear.
Yeah, but they're hearts.
Yes. Mine make me look like Mrs. Claus with black hair. Like before she went gray.
Although these do go really good with the hat.
Oh. Gotta say, Cubby, you just rock the cutie patootie like everything. It's adorable. Oh, I think this piece is supposed to come off too. I hope I didn't break it. Oh yeah, it is, because it's where you hook the rubber band. Boom. Look at that. I got it. I really wish just some guy was here. Or Sir David Percival, are you back? Somebody.
We need our wait. Sir David Percival is here.
I don't see his name.
Well, he was here.
He was here. I saw him earlier, but then I was like,
Yeah, we need people that know about
3D Landia.
Yes, because I know nothing about 3D printing.
I'm getting a message blocked. Explain.
On the Twitch. You know how it's got like a auto block?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, should I go there and review it? Is it porn? Because I approve porn every time. Well, not every time. Most times.
Well, if it's, you don't want to approve something that's not like hot.
Right. Am I logged in? I am logged in. Okay. I don't see anything. Oh, it's about glasses. Ow.
Yeah, it's always weird when you hit one of those filters and you're like, can't you just tell me what word?
Oh, goodness. All right, so you've done your plug, my love.
That was my craft for today.
So we're kind of like in a mellow, laid back kind of day, aren't we? Because I don't know. I will say it is. We are kind of coming up on the craft fair season, the festival season. And you got that summer gig of telling stories, which sounds awesome. Tight stems, which not a euphemism, I'm sure.
Which is, yeah,
not a code or a keyword or.
I mean, it can be a euphemism. Like, check out the tight stems on that broad.
And I'm sure
talk about a pair of gams.
There it is.
Them getaway sticks is something.
I need like a long pokey thing. I did say that, didn't I? But
there you go. Apparently, looser is a very contentious word.
It's the opposite of tight getaway sticks, I guess. Do you ever watch the British game show Taskmaster?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And Jason Moran's Jason Mansuka was on there.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I've just been slowly going through the series in order, but when I saw he was on one, I just jumped right to that season because
same, actually. Hard freaking same, because he is a goddamn treasure.
Yeah.
I'm
honestly a little disappointed he didn't cause more damage to the house.
He was like, that was my goal.
Yeah, and I have definitely seen contestants do more damage.
I looked up the house on Google Maps out of curiosity. And it's a rental.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have thought they'd
bought it by now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looked like a rental when I looked it up. I mean, how many seasons has it been? It's been like a series.
I don't know, like 20 or something.
Really?
It's been a lot. I forget which season. Because like on my in order watch, I'm up to like 13 or 14.
Oh wow.
And that's still a few years back.
It's huge. They just did a tour of the US.
Have you ever seen clips of the American version?
Is it really bad?
Oh, it's so bad. It just fundamentally doesn't work.
Right.
Which is, I haven't watched any of the other country things. I know there's a New Zealand.
Or yeah, New Zealand. And that one's okay. I watched that a little on the bit. A little bit.
Yeah, just the like, and they had Reggie Watts doing it, and like that's a really cool, weird dude, but like not a compatible energy to the show. I've only seen like a couple of random clips, but it was, I don't know, it's not quite as like weirdly horrifying as seeing the clips from the American version of the IT Crowd.
Oh, that show was so bad. I was just watching a thing about that.
And also it's just Joel McHale and Richard Ayoade for some reason. It should be so good. Joel McHale and Richard Ayoade should be like gold.
Right? Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm wondering if this is. I was wondering.
I feel like I run into QI a lot.
Yeah, I see that on like. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe look again, because I've definitely watched a lot of QI.
Oh, I think because I do the tiki-taki. I've seen it there. And I do love the episode where Ayoade and Noel Fielding were paired up. That's brilliant.
Are you thinking of the Great Big Quiz Show?
Yes, I am. Quiz? You are correct. I am.
I have watched so many of those, despite how incredibly unfunny I find Jimmy Carr.
Yeah.
I just find him grating and unfunny. Well, I don't know about the XL versions, but it's like full length, like 40 minutes to an hour.
What?
For the QI. Big Fat Quiz is like 2 hours, which is like a joy when it's a great group of guests and kind of a slog when it's not. Honestly, the one fun thing about having Jimmy Carr host is every once in a while somebody says something to him that is just, it's not even funny anymore. It's just mean, which is extra funny. Like, he is a great target. But like,
yeah, I think that's his role on the show.
Yeah, but like, man, the thought of what he got it. Does Netflix only give comedy specials to people who are not funny? Because it feels like they only put money into comedy specials for people who are just not funny or good at entertaining at all.
No, that's fair. Okay, here we go.
Right.
I am going to hurt myself with this.
Really unfunny. Not that I've ever heard a funny transphobic joke. I've definitely heard funny trans jokes before.
telling transphobe jokes on Netflix.
Like everyone they give a target to.
Ugh.
Very notable was Dave Chappelle's special.
Oh. Yeah.
Which, yeah, there's Ricky Gervais one. One of those like very unfunny modern comedians who's it's somebody whose name I don't want in my head.
That's
Because
fair.
he's just an unfunny stand-up comedian who's a hack with a lot of hate-filled jokes.
I am finding hate-filled jokes not funny anymore.
Well, punch down hate-filled jokes.
Yeah, that's fair.
If you can punch up with hate, so good.
I think I figured it out. Even without the brilliant 3D printer folk.
Thank
I
you,
figured it out.
Winter Tailspinner, for the incredible amount of tact and subtlety you
Thank
showed.
you so much.
Yeah.
That's
No.
Yeah.
I don't know him personally. I don't know anything. It feels like he burned out hard on the
I think he
Chappelle
did.
show.
Yeah,
Which was
he
a
absolutely
great
did.
show. Absolutely.
Well, it's when you have to go so full all the time. And
well, I mean, and I know it was, I mean, like he was very public about how the show ended up not being very good for his mental health.
Yep.
But like since post show, a lot of his everything I see from him is just old man yells at cloud.
Yeah. What a okay, so
I'm from outside of Philly, and even I know that a tact is something you can hang up a poster with. Thank you.
I love that the hairiest brother-in-law is here to comment on beard action. I love it.
It does mean a lot getting compliments from peers.
I have told you it is one of my personal dreams to be a judge for a beard competition.
Why hasn't that happened?
I don't know, and I've tried to manipulate the situation to get there, and I think that might be part of the answer, is because they want to keep, I'm going to say perverts, realizing that I might be talking about myself, out of positions of power, and I respect that. So
I don't.
I'm listening.
It does feel like the social dynamics of power in this situation are such, especially if it's like not a family friendly event. Like if it's like there's drinking and
don't think I haven't used my position of power on stage to manipulate the situation to get a whole bunch of men with beards up to the front of the stage where I am picking my volunteer, and I have 100% objectified each and every one of them. I have done that.
I'm glad. There is at least that. But honestly, if I was playing Two Truths and a Lie and one of the lines was, I have, if you said I've never judged a beard contest, I'd be like, no, that's a lie. Mabs has to have judged a beard contest at some point.
They know better. They know way better. I want to judge a beard competition, but it's all great women who married their gay best friend. Help! Yes.
Honestly, that would be fun, like a talent show of marriages of convenience. That does sound like a good time, actually.
Yeah. And it sounds like a kind of a show I would actually produce too.
That just, honestly, it also sounds like anyone who'd be like, oh, we gotta enter this, I want to hang out with. Excellent.
I approve. Not that you
I'll
need
drink to that.
my approval. I'm out of coffee, and Cubby, I'm gonna let you stall.
Here,
While I
I'll
go
hand
get some
you
more.
some. Can you reach through the screen?
But it's empty.
Oh. Oh.
All right, I'll be back. And then we can do trivia and I'll make art.
Yeah, I'm a fan of art. If you message me, because I know we're connected on Discord, anywhere you message me, I will get back to you. It may take a couple of days because I don't always check everywhere, but no, Discord might just take a while. But also, I have to admit, I've been playing D&D more, so I am on Discord not often, but occasionally. But email? Oh. Email, phone. Communication is hard sometimes. It's just the way my ADHD goes, and I feel very bad for it. But yeah. Anyway, talking about a new subject. Well, Mab is out of the room. It does seem like perhaps a good time to thank you for the patience. I needed a lot. I just needed a lot. And I'm just I guess I'm always trying to, when I catch myself, because it's very easy to start apologizing for what is difficult for you to do, but also, like, if it's difficult, maybe instead of feeling bad, I could just feel grateful for when people show me grace, because humans are pretty great, and if you ask a human for grace, they will usually give it to you. It's when we stop seeing each other as fellow humans that stuff gets real bad. But before Mab gets back, oh no, it's too late. No, I was just going to mention that I've got stage 2 here.
I love stage 2.
And we already did the first third of this card that was all about female politicians, and the questions and answers were just a bit unhinged. So I have been, for the past week, looking forward to finding out if the rest of this card is just as bonkers. But much more importantly, Mab, did you get coffee? Yes. Cheers.
I am drinking from my I Will Be Your Beast of Murder mug. It is my we are at the 1 year sadversary of the loss of my beautiful murder beast. I loved him. Still love him. He's the best. But I will say my kitty Max has been adorable and completely addicted to kibble. And we have done things like with the kibble to like lure him. He finally this morning came in hopped on my bed, which was really sweet. Yeah. Oh, and you're right. It is the anniversary of David Lynch's Twin Peaks.
I didn't. Oh, is it the
February 24th was yesterday.
Wow.
It's
So
the day Agent
Kyle MacLachlan.
Yeah, Kyle MacLachlan. What was the agent's name?
I don't know. I forget. I can't remember details.
Only trivia.
So, oh yeah. Special Agent Fox Mulder.
That checks. Dale Cooper, thank you. Jeez. Oh my god.
Excellent work, VLF. So, a couple of years ago, when I was in Colorado, doing my clown class, learning the art of the bouffon, at one point I was driving. It was pretty late at night. I was driving back, and I passed a restaurant called Twin Peaks, and I'm like, well, that place better have good coffee. And I was like, that sounds awesome. There's like a Twin Peaks themed. And then more recently, I was watching a video essay on restaurants. And it turns out there's another way you can take Twin Peaks.
I'm listening.
It's basically a bunch of beautiful waitresses in like booty shorts and lumberjack gear, like flannels and suspenders, and so the Twin Peaks are rather boobtacular as opposed to Lynchian.
Oh, so it's like Hooters.
Yeah, it's like Hooters if you were a Big Al fan and you passed by and you just saw there was a Big Al and it said Hooters and you were like, finally a restaurant for me.
Owl-tastic.
I agree. Also, the video essay taught me the term restaurant, which I didn't realize they were. Well, there's tilted kilt, I guess, but like I hadn't come across that term, and it was a useful term. So I'm really, really, really glad that I didn't get a chance to just stop at a Twin Peaks location with my inherent expectations, because it would have been, I would have shown up in a black suit, ordered cherry pie and a coffee, and been like, they're gonna love me here, they're gonna love me here, and then just been like, I don't get it. I don't see like any references. What's going on? I guess the lesson that one must learn in that is that the owls are not what they seem.
That is true. They are not what they seem.
The owls are not what the owls are not. That is the best line in the series that they absolutely didn't even try to deliver on. They were like, nah, we can't live up to that line. We'll just drop it. And I respect them for it because it was worth it. The line is good enough that it was worth it. And any plot line with owls probably would have been a disappointment.
Fair.
Which brings me to a question I've always wanted to ask you.
I appreciate that. Let's hear it. What you got?
Name the painter and actress who played Yola in the Hal Roach comedy Prairie Chicken in 1943.
Greta Garbo.
That's not a bad guess. I'm trying to think of. I mean, 43 is because like Hal Roach early comedy, but by 43, it's not going to be like Chaplin or anyone or the Marx Brothers. I think they got their start with Roach.
Hedley Lamar.
Hetty.
Hedy Lamarr.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hedley. That's the joke in Blazing Saddles.
It is. It is. And I am here for it.
Specifically, Hedley, do you want to get sued? Because she was known for
litigious
at the time.
behavior.
Brilliant woman, obviously. Signal coding and all that, but well, I'm gonna say this is not a name I was gonna guess. Rosemary LaPlanche.
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 I have no idea who that is.
Oh, me
I have
neither.
no memory of this.
I think it might be safe to assume that this set of questions is just as unhinged as the first. Name the actress who co-starred with Buddy Ebsen on the TV series Barnaby Jones.
You would think this is something we would be able to know.
I mean,
wrong.
There's trivia and then there's ephemera. None of it was. The full clue given is Rosemary LaPlanche. Considering that the next question is also about an actress, I'm guessing we're going to get the cast of a movie that we've got to guess.
I'm doing abysmal with today's trivia.
I mean, I don't know how we could do better, but I recognize the name, so I can give a clue.
Appreciated.
The third most famous Catwoman in the series. Even though technically she was never in the series, because she played Catwoman in the movie. Because now I'm blanking on. No, not overall. Though, like, I guess if you started ranking all of the Catwomans or Catwomen, yes, it was Lee Merriweather.
Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive.
It would be an interesting task to rank all Catwomans by fame, since a lot of them are very famous. It's very difficult to try. How
Like
do you
Bond
compare
Girl,
Halle Berry to
one of those-
Michelle Pfeiffer? They're slightly different times at the peaks of their fame.
Wow. Nice.
And uncredited for all further Catwoman appearances. There was a random one where in the third season where one of the enemies just magicked up all of Batman's villains, so it's all body doubles. And so like they're only shot from afar. But if anyone tells you that 3 different actresses played Catwoman in the series, you can drill them on specifics.
And know some answers. I like it.
Huh. Well, here, you know how before you were saying you're not doing very good?
You are correct.
It's going to get worse.
Oh.
Name the woman sportscaster who became the wife of the governor of Kentucky. I'm just going to look at the answer right now. I've never heard of this woman in my life.
Well, it's the woman sportscaster. It's kind of a big deal.
There's only ever been one woman sportscaster to marry the governor of Kentucky. I don't see what's so difficult.
You may be right on that one, actually.
I have to imagine that it is a vanishingly rare feat. My instinct would be that only one, but you never know. It's a crazy old world, isn't it? Her name was Phyllis George. And again, full name. So far it is Rosemary LaPlanche, Lee Merriweather, and Phyllis George. Oh my goodness. Name the consumer advocate who was once the commercial hostess on the Philco Playhouse.
So
I did try to find it out, and I don't believe they ever recorded who it was. That being said, if you could do a deep dive on the stunt performers of the series, it would have to have been a stunt crew regular, right? Also, I'm so happy for the both of you. Oh, why am I stalling? Nobody knows this. Bess Myerson.
This is the most difficult phase 2 set I think I've experienced. I know zero.
This whole card is incredible. I'm on the edge of my seat to find out what madness will be unfurled for the third set of cards. Name the actress who appeared in Girl Happy, 3 on a Couch, and several 1960s beach party films. I can only name one actor and one actress who did the beach party.
Annette
Funicello.
That's it.
Funicello. I mean, Funicello would be the feminine, though. So if it's not her,
Marie Osmond might be a little bit.
Guess what? It's not her. It's also not Marie Osmond. It is Marianne Mobley.
How the bloody hell? Are there people who know these things?
I mean, so one of my favorite agonizing card sets to use, because I think it's hilarious to be asked all of these questions that don't even make sense sometimes. I don't know why I find it fun. I find it very fun. I'm
amused. So yeah.
If you want this on demand, then the next time you're at a flea market or yard sale, try to get the card set of Trivial Pursuit Baby Boomer Edition. And I once had an evening, it was me, my brother, his kid, we were just hanging out, doing these cards, laughing about how incredibly obscure every question was. And then we get this one card that we don't get any question right on. And we ask my dad, and he knows it all. It is very much set for baby boomers and no one else.
I'm loving the comments.
Yeah, the majority of them are dead. And what beautiful black model was headlined in a magazine scandal in the summer of 1984?
Was that the Miss America?
It might have been. There's a slim chance we might get one. God, what was her name though?
Valerie. Was it
Vanessa
Valerie?
Williams. Thank
Vanessa.
you, Winter Tail Spinner.
I got a letter right. I got a letter right. Dang. Yeah. Here we go. I feel like I really accomplished something. Wow. I'm going to brag about this all day. Wow.
Okay, but do you know what's really crazy?
Yeah, what?
That was the answer. We got one of these right.
That's true. Winter Tail Spinner, you are winning.
So we just have to ask ourselves, what does Rosemary LaPlanche, Lee Merriweather, Phyllis George, Bess Meyerson, Marianne Mobley, and Vanessa Williams, what do they all have in common?
They were all screwed over by lecherous old men.
Maybe they were all Miss America.
Oh, I bet you're right. I bet you that's exactly what it is.
I cannot argue with that. That is a solid answer. They are 6 people who have never been in my kitchen.
Are you sure?
Well, do you know that reference?
I mean,
they are, in fact, former Miss Americas.
As abysmal as we were on guessing the names, knowing the names, I am impressed.
I knew someone would get that.
That we got to there. That's pretty brilliant.
There's an incredible episode of Cheers, for those that don't know, where Cliff Clavin, who is always spouting out ridiculous and inaccurate trivia, goes on Jeopardy. And like he shows up and he's a postal carrier, and like every beers of the world, postage stamps, it's like all stuff he's expert. So like he's killing it, and then they get to Final Jeopardy and he bets it all and had no clue. And so he writes, "Who are 3 people who've never been in my kitchen?" And then like later there's a scene where Alex Trebek is in a Cheers and he goes up to Cliff and he says, "I just wanted to say, you had a great run. It's crazy that happened and everything." And then like somebody goes, "Wow, that's so great of him that you came." It's like, "I had no idea I was going to run into that guy. What are the chances?" You know what, Winter Tail Spinner? It's worth mentioning that not long ago, I came into a copy of Cheers, the trivia game.
Okay, I need to hear some of these.
So the first question of the 3rd set on this card is already about sports.
So
Things are not looking good. What Phoenix Suns player was named NBA Rookie of the Year in 1976?
Oh, Phoenix Suns is the name of the team.
Yes.
Not like a familial relation. Gotcha. I have no idea.
SUN.
Oh. Okay, so like the solar body. Okay, but still.
Yeah, I don't know why they pluralize it. That seems.
Is it apostrophe S? Is that what's going on there?
No, well, the team was or is named the Phoenix Suns, and then you always pluralize it because it's a team, but it's like you think about it and you're like, we just got the one.
Yeah, does Phoenix have a secret sun that we don't know about.
Yeah,
And,
is it like Tatooine?
I don't want to ruin the surprise, but the answer might be yes.
Well, let me tell you the answer to the question, because I feel that we are not going to guess it, as it is Alvin Adams.
Oh, yeah. Mother flipping Alvin Adams.
Also,
Didn't they name
Alvin is spelt weird. Just
They
an
named
A.
some chipmunks after him.
No, an A instead of an I. Like Alvan.
Oh.
That's
No.
weird.
The chipmunks are
But-
named after somebody else.
But Alvan is in parentheses, which means our clue is Adams. Okay. This one is not about sports.
We have a
What
shot.
harbor was the side? I think they mean site. What harbor was the site of an impromptu tea party on December 16th, 1773?
Oh.
And although we talk about it a whole lot, fun fact, they didn't come up with that idea. They stole that from Philly, because Philly was already planning one, and then Boston heard about it, and they were all like, oh, let's beat them to the punch.
We want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Philly just doesn't have a ring to it.
Well, I guess we'll just have to settle for being, the crucible in which every ideal of America was first forged. And most of them were first betrayed.
Oh, yeah.
It really didn't take us long.
No. Not in the great scheme of things.
I'm going to double check, because who knows? There might have been another one around the same time. Yeah. The second clue is Boston.
Boston.
What Mormon led his people west to establish Salt Lake City and later became the first governor of Utah?
Wow. Questions I know the answers to. I'll give you a hint. He's able to hold magic stones and read golden tiles that no one's allowed to see.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think Smith actually made it to Utah.
What?
Yeah, I think
you're
DLF
right.
is right.
DLF, you nailed it. It is. You are correct. Which is...
I believe he was in jail for fraud or dead by the time they went to Utah. And the answer is, in fact, Brigham Young.
Brigham Young, and yeah.
Which is such a horrifying name to have if you know anything about the history of Mormon sects. What dance director was famous for the way he used people to create intricate designs for motion pictures?
I actually know this.
I have a suspicion.
Do you ever listen to Curtis Eller?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, he's an amazing musician who I adore. But
And I was right.
It's one of two names. It's either Busby Berkeley or Ziegfeld, but I think it might be Ziegfeld.
Well, it's not Ziegfeld, because
Busby.
Ziegfeld is mostly known for the stage compositions.
Gotcha.
It was, in fact, Busby Berkeley.
Berkeley.
Have you ever watched the Busby Berkeley movie?
Yes. The reason I brought up Curtis Eller is he has a song called Busby Berkeley Funeral, and it talks about when I die, I want my funeral to be like a Bugsy Berkeley production. Busby. It's a rental. I don't know.
That's fair. Do you know the magnetic fields?
Yes.
Because on 69 Love Songs, they have the song Busby Berkeley Dreams.
And I think that those two bands might know each other. It's possible. I don't know for a fact. But Curtis Eller, I adore. In fact, I think that was the song that he used for his Tiny Desk.
Oh, nice. So Brigham Young is no parentheses. That's the clue. Busby is in parentheses, so Berkeley is the school, is the name. Sorry, I already have a theory about what it is. What Gothic cathedral did Quasimodo call home?
If you've seen the musical, you will know.
I mean, I feel like you'd have a good chance of just knowing that, whether or not you've seen any adaptation.
Didn't it like get burned down or something?
It suffered a fire a few years ago. I think they've already finished the reconstruction.
Yeah, I think they did.
Well, it might be slightly more specific. Also, I don't think Boston's a university. I think it's Boston College.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really know because I'm terrible about knowing that stuff. And then the last question is, who invented the cylinder lock in 1865?
I'm trying to think of lock names.
Yeah, it's got to be. Oh,
Yale!
Yes, Carol, of course. Of course.
Awesome.
Because we do know they're all high-profile schools named after these. But all of these colleges are also known for their sports programs. I think it might specifically be NCAA member schools.
Interesting. I bet you're right. Is Brigham Young an Ivy League?
It's not Ivy League, but it is NCAA.
Yeah. I think you're right.
I don't think it's Ivy League. You know what? I'm going to say we got it because it just says American colleges and universities.
Oh, wow. That's like super vague.
Yeah, and I forgot that about this game is that because sometimes they're so crazy specific. And then sometimes they're just like schools.
Schools that were founded between the years of 1872 to.
Because I'm not gonna lie. The only reason I actually know the name Brigham Young is because my family used to do random draw NCAA basketball tournament pools.
I know Brigham Young because I have a friend who used to live in Salt Lake City, and I have another friend who went to school there and was raised Mormon and is since better. And I absolutely agree with you, BLF.
Yeah, that was a lot less weird than the other two. A little disappointing, honestly.
I'm not. I needed that elation to feel like I'm not a complete idiot, adult, a moron, a bumbling fool.
What the Mormons got a thing for choirs, don't they? Because they also got that Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
heard so much about.
Kind of a big deal. Maybe these men choir things are trying to like get up to the tabernacle, or maybe they weren't good enough for the tabernacle, but still sound good. So
Or maybe it's like when you're kind of a pro, but you're also like on the Olympics where there's just a bunch of people who they're on both teams.
Maybe it's just the men from the tabernacle. Male choirs.
Oh, Mab, really important message from the chat.
Yeah, what's up?
You're wondrous, and you need to be reminded of that more often. I paraphrased.
I will accept it. Thank you.
And thank you, John Caro.
Oh, thank you, John
Caro. You want to do the first third of the next card?
I want to let you know that I have successfully gotten the scanner working, which is what I've been doing while we've been doing this. And
yeah.
It's not scanning to the quality that I would like, but it's better than nothing.
Not as easy as nothing, though. I'm scanning nothing right now. That's how easy it is.
I think I'll be able to adjust the levels afterwards and make it a little bit more color accurate. And again, it also might be my screen. So there is another thing that I do need to mention real quick before we move on. There is another person on this show right now that I find completely wondrous. And it should be mentioned that, Cubby, you are also wondrous. That's you, Cubby. Cubby.
Oh, I didn't expect an Uno reverse.
Cubby. Go, Cubby. Nice try.
Well, I hope that 30 seconds got it out of everyone's system.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness.
You had to be very quick, though, because, Mab, you were very quick to draw me back.
You can't stay away.
Why can't I quit you?
Oh, because we have another 15 minutes.
That's just 30 more 30-second countdowns.
Let's not do that. Oh, dear. So I have these two ACEOs that I want to scan. I'm not sure if this is going to work because they are the cool ones that are done with the different finishes, the different sheen. We'll see if it works. I'm going to try that next.
I mean, I've definitely scanned in things that were laminated back when I worked at Kinko's. I feel like when it's right up on the flatbed, you don't get the sheen. So I think you might end up being able to do it pretty well.
Let's give it a shot. Oh, I'm feeling adventurous. So can we just do like the whole Mutual Appreciation Society? Mutual Admiration Society? You know who's really good at admiring people? Joshi.
Yeah. She'd really appreciate
So
that
good.
for saying nice things when she can't hear them, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it worked. Nice.
You know who else I missed today?
Meow, meow.
Yeah, Kitty.
Meow, meow, meow.
Also, a couple of people that are just wonderful, and I love them, having them in my life, is VLF.
Oh, yeah.
And
Actually, I would say VLF has genuinely contributed to my quality of life in more ways than I think that they realize.
I would absolutely say the same thing.
Yeah. Fair. Fair.
But I'm not done, because also I love that John Caro's here.
Oh, yeah.
And when I can't find Winter Tailspinner's last quote.
But definitely the tail spinner.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
It's just such a great, incredible group of people.
I have said it before. I will say it again, and I stand by it. We have some of the best audience participants out of any stream. All other streams can suck it.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't watch a lot of other streams, but I would jump in and fist fight anyone who was messing with anyone in this chat.
I got a chance. So a friend of mine sent me a message. She's like, "You were in my dream the other night," and he does. She goes, "You were in my dream the other night. We had, but it was like a really kind of creepy, spooky dream. But there was like this guy stalking me, and he was like harassing me, and I was like, did I get to beat them up? Because I am always looking for an excuse to lay a beat down on somebody. Yeah, like I just want an excuse, like a really valid excuse." So I don't have to feel bad about hurting somebody and crushing them physically and emotionally. I don't think that's, asking for too much.
I gotta say, over the last week or so, my algorithm has been feeding me just a lot of videos of like racists getting their butts handed to them, and what a great genre.
That is a really good genre. Yeah, you're lucky there. All right. What about that kid that punches the guy?
That kid's awesome. I've heard updates. Apparently, he got like a 3-day suspension.
Yeah,
that's it. And there's still, I've seen people being like, "Yo, they start up GoFundMe's for people who get fired for being genuinely terrible people. Let's send this kid to college."
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, the okay kid.
Okay.
It's just so I'll listen to somebody just breaking it down, talking about how, like, because the whole point is that, like, the guy who was, I'm pro-ICE, I'm just honestly didn't think anyone would transgress. It's
well,
like, we're not
like
going to
the
break
left
rules.
we're supposed to be pacifists, so
And fascists gotta learn. I think I'm at a point where I kind of want to Socratically question somebody who believes in eugenics, because, like, if we can just get enough people to realize how dumb the beginning premise of eugenics is, because it all just boils down to what is the ideal human then.
what is the ideal human? There is no ideal human.
I'll tell you what it is. It's somebody who's good at communicating and working with people.
Oh, that's fair.
You get a few people who work well together, they can do anything. Because that's how we've achieved everything, is through working together.
It's the American individualism that I think is a problem.
Yeah, which is a result of, like, a calculated campaign of disenfranchisement from community that's been perpetrated in the name of capitalism. Which is also why it does feel it's like, why don't we have a left party in America? It does seem that enough people believe in those that there should just be a political party that leans left. But that doesn't happen unless it starts with community. And they've been fighting community, just the concept of community and neighborhoods, for centuries now.
Well, it's because they know that if people banded together, they would be strong.
Yeah. Apes apart, weak. Apes together, strong. I mean, I don't really have any actionable plans for that, but I'm beginning to. I keep getting good at seeing the problem, though, which is, it's a step.
Wouldn't it be awesome if things were awesome?
It would be.
Thinking about a thing that you said, it's for us to be able to have paradise here, a utopia, you have to.
The only cost
is to want it for everyone.
Yeah.
I haven't stopped thinking about that.
Also, I briefly misread that as apples together strong, which is also a great concept. Some more mutual love. And yes, thank you so much for reminding everyone about this coolest Discord ever, nice. I suppose, because I'm never on it, because Discord overwhelms me.
Fair.
But my ex's, it's still kind of her preferred messaging thing. So if I want to get a message to them, the best thing I can do is direct message them on Discord. Plus, I have a couple of D&D games on there.
Oh, so you're not completely.
I've been on there a bit more recently because friends of mine have been kind of
Pushing it.
real actively trying to keep this campaign going, but everyone's super busy. So like, there's no way we're meeting this month. Maybe not next month, but we will meet again, and it will be fun.
What?
I play well, I realize that anyone who performs is a bard.
Yeah, that's the point.
So I've the last few years of my life has been just dedicated to high concept bards. And in that Ravenloft campaign, it's my circus strongman.
Ooh.
He is very strong. He can lift anything and does not need weapon. He thinks. He's one of the worst fighters on the team because he won't use a weapon or armor because he's too strong.
You need range. That's the thing. D&D, if you don't have a range weapon, you're boned.
Oh yeah, and he is his only weapon. I get a lot of injuries, but
okay,
on the bright side,
throw me.
I've learned that since I can lift anything, I can lift to like one of my enemies into another one of my enemies.
I love that. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I also grabbed somebody's ankle in the floor above and pulled them down through the floor.
That's fucking great. I will say, I went back when I was doing LARPs. I had a character and I was way like tinier than I am now. I had a character you can buy at the skill called Strength. And all it was you could reach out to somebody, and if you could just touch them, you could say Strength, and then you can move them around like a rag doll. There is a skill called Strength 2, which was really expensive in this LARP. And the DMs were so annoyed that I kept using Strength in all of these combats where I would pick people up and just throw them away. As I touched somebody and I said Strength, and then it's an actual contest of strength within the parameters. And then, but I had secretly already bought Strength 2. So this is me being an annoying gamer person that's like, let me tell you this funny story. But it was a golden moment.
Love these stories.
It was a golden moment in my life where I went Strength, and the guy looked at me and goes, Strength. And I looked at him and I go, Strength 2, and threw. It was a golden moment because he was a big, tall guy. And he was like,
That's cool. Wonderful. I will say, so we use Discord for voice, and then sheets are on D&D Beyond, and campaigns on Roll20. So it's multimedia. You're right. Pure Discord is not easy. But everyone finds Discord voice to be.
But Discord works with Roll20, doesn't it?
I'm not the person to ask. I'm not very good at the technical aspects of it.
Okay. Fair.
Even though, so this is funny. Well, actually, it's not funny. I need to get the app for this. I have this die.
Oh, yeah. You showed us that. I love it.
It records its rolls.
And syncs?
And syncs.
Well, Mr. Fancy Pants.
You know what's really, really fun? Having an obsession that a bunch of friends know about, and they'll occasionally get you incredibly awesome stuff.
That's way better than the other version of that. Like growing up, when you say, oh, I really like blank, and then every gift for the rest of your life is blank. When you're like, oh, I really like kitties.
I didn't need every cat accessory that existed. I mean, I like them now, but at the time,
No, that is a really good point. DICE is really lucky though, because the people who would think in that term and just be like, oh, Cubby, just get blank, will look at DICE and be like, there's no way he doesn't have
yeah,
whatever this is. So like, it's not easy to find an interesting DICE gift for me. So the only people who persevere are super awesome, and I get things like this light up die that is spectacularly beautiful, or
it's brilliant too, by the way. A die that physical die that you roll that automatically syncs with your online gaming. Those are pretty too.
Yeah, they don't do any of the sinker things, but they are fun and pretty, and they just light up dice. I mean, I also have some glowing dice.
Mm.
But also, I'm incredibly fortunate to be surrounded with wonderful, awesome humans, like everywhere I go. That is a great summary of the story you told.
It was an OP skill. It was a little ridiculous, but it was so expensive. It was like 100 XP to buy the skill. And just as a matter of perspective, the average skill was like 5 or 10 XP. So, yeah.
So I do want to know. I have not heard about these new Bard subclasses.
Oh, yes.
Oh, do you know about them, Mab?
I don't know what they all are, but I do know. Oh, I do know that. That's gonna break my heart. That it's coming out in his book, soon to be published.
Ooh.
Theoretically, he's writing a book, and they're all based on like Ren Fair performers. So,
oh, fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna need to get that book.
I tuned in for the first part of the show last night, but I had to go do some stuff around the house and couldn't listen. So, you can roll back. Did he say when that book was going to be released? Because I am super curious about that.
And then my other favorite high concept bard is Mort, the murder mime. It's a double class mime and rogue, and he has a cache of weapons with permanent invisibility.
Well, his stealth must be off the charts.
Oh yeah. Also, I just
his weapons make no noise whatsoever.
Rick and Morty episode where there was the guy Terrilligan Bob or something, and it's like, oh boy, here I go killing again.
Yeah,
that's Mort all over, and it's great because the DM loves it. So like
the things you can get away with
by being funny.
Yeah, the things you can get away with when the DM loves it.
Actually, the deal to get the permanent invisibility weapons is I had to have a hand crossbow, because there's this DC event that has these characters. One of them is a mime with invisible guns, and it's the series is terrible. It's Doomsday Clock. It's how they introduce the Watchmen characters to the DC universe. But there's a subplot where the Joker meets, it's not Punch and Julie, but they're based on Punch and Julie, Marionette and Mime. And
okay.
And they're, you know, murder junkies, lovers kind of trope. And the whole subplot is just the Joker like following them around and laughing at like their antics, and it's great. It's the Joker's best day ever. He just gets to watch them randomly kill people, and it honestly never stops being funny for like a mime to just go like this and then a bullet fires and kills a dude. It's so good. There's also almost a murder mime in the Miraculous movie, which overall I'm disappointed by the Miraculous movie because like it's a whole start over, and I really love the work that they've done with the characters. I would have preferred like a big adventure, same characters thing, but I understand that they wanted more freedom with the animation style and such, but he's also got attack balloon dogs.
Okay, what is their attack?
Well, they're dogs. They're running around biting people and barking. But
what are their teeth?
They just like have they just like open their balloon mouths and they're like vicious sharp teeth there.
And that's dangerous for a balloon dog.
Yeah, I am considering taking a few levels of Warlock.
Ooh, always handy. Eldritch Blast, boom.
Eldritch Blast is great. I mean, that'll basically be invisible gun hands, so my DM will love it. But I also realized I could probably work it out that I do weapon pact, and I have a weapon that can be any weapon, but is also permanently invisible. So I can just turn it into what I need, and it looks like I'm miming.
Right.
But a balloon dog familiar is tempting. I caught the pilot years ago on YouTube, and it definitely looked cool, and then I just kind of didn't run into it again. Like, I remember the pilot was very good, and it was like, that seems really good. And the episode 8 is coming out next month for the Amazing Digital Circus, so that's exciting.
Oh, yeah. You made me watch that.
Cool. I will have to keep that in mind then.
Oh, I did enjoy Infinity Train. That was awesome. Infinity Train was so good.
Well,
yeah.
that's 2 potent recommendations.
All right, I'm looking at a thing that I'm trying to do. So apologies for my distracted face.
You have a good distracted face, though. Like, it's clear you're focusing, you're thinking, it's dynamic. Like a bad distracted face is you just kind of go blank.
Sometimes I'll have a slack jaw.
I tend to go blank.
I am looking up.
Good.
I am looking up a thing that I am trying to log in. Oh. Come on, let me do the thing. Yes.
Is there like a random talk media, other media kind of channel on the Discord?
Say that again. You kind of broke up a little bit.
Is there like a random other media discussion?
Oh, like a movie.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we got general chat, and we also, I think there was like a Marvel spoilers chat.
Mm. I've been doing some renewed research on pornographic musicals of the 70s. If anyone
Ooh.
needs some starting points on those.
Pornographic musicals? That's
Mhm.
like right up my alley.
Have you seen them? There are so many.
No, actually, I normally do porn parodies, but
I mean, they're basically porn parodies, but they just also have like a full. They just people break into songs, like
love it.
Cinderella. I think 77. I caught that on late night cable when I was a kid, and I still sometimes get one of the songs just pop into my head. I'd sing it to you, but I really can't. No, I kind of could, because it's innocuous. The term they use is snapper, so not exactly. Like, it's not really clear what the king's singing about at first, but if you've been following the plot and with the fairy godfather giving her a snapper.
Wow. I like it. Okay. I'm going to have to go because I need to really focus on what I'm doing here. And I apologize. And I don't want to be like a bad guest.
Well, first of all, you can't be a bad guest because you're not a guest. You're like family or whatever we are on the crafting show. And secondly, I kind of have to go too because we're actually overtime.
Oh, okay. I see. I'm back engaged here in this window, and I acknowledge that we are past time, but it was a delightful extra bonus time with you and learning about porn musicals, which is like I said. But yeah, that's the After Darker chat. I'm listening. So, catchy sign off phrase.
Well, I mean, when I like to sign off, personally, I just like to say
Very chair. Yeah, definitely.